Hey, thanks for clicking. Today we're going to talk about biological parents. So with biological parents, it's always best to be cautiously optimistic. You really want to believe in them. You want to believe that they're going to do everything they need to do to get their kid back. And that is the mindset you want to be in. At the same time, don't rush in. Make sure you're following the rules. Keep that distance. Don't jump in and becoming their best friend right away, because it's not going to work the way that you think it will. I've had very positive experiences with the biological parents, but that's not the case for everybody. It takes some time to build that trust. It takes time for you to go, okay, I'm comfortable giving my own personal phone number out. And even then, I would be cautious. Don't become Facebook friends with them. That's not going to happen. That's not a good idea at this point in time, or at least not early. Down the road when you're really close to reunification, sure, go for it. But early in the stage, no. Keep your distance. Like I said, talk to your caseworker, follow those rules, follow them strictly, because then you can say, hey, I would love to, but I'm being held back here. If you are on a Facebook group or some sort of network for foster parents, you'll see people complaining about biological parents a lot. And it does happen, but it also happens really well. There's always positive ones. There's always great experiences people have where they are helping, they're working together. It's one of those things you don't hear about because people don't share all their positive experiences. They really, on those groups, they only share those negative ones. So as you're looking at those groups, remember, it really is more about venting than anything else. There are people who think, hey, if I show how this other house is not doing what they should be doing, that they'll get their kid back. And that's not how it works. That's never how it's going to work. If your house isn't doing what it's going to do, they're going to move that kid to another placement. They're not going to move him back home. And sometimes the biological parents will tell their kids to not misbehave so they can get sent back. And it doesn't work that way. With my first placement, it got really easy to become more comfortable with them. And we actually did stuff together on weekends where thankfully he got reunified with his parents in the end and everything was great. So things can work out, and they do. Hopefully you have those parents who are doing those things, that are taking those steps and making progress. And then that's when you really want to work with them and say, hey, we really want to be part of this together. I want to help you. And that's where you really grow. That's what I'm saying. So cautiously optimistic is the way to go. Currently with my adopted son, we still talk to his mom and his grandparents because they're always going to be part of his life. She's always going to be his mom. They're always going to be his grandparents, and he knows that. So we have a couple rules that anytime he wants to call, we schedule a call with them. We usually schedule the following day just because we don't want to do a emotional call. If he gets upset with me, sometimes we'll be like, oh, I want to call my mom. No, we usually make sure we set it up for another day. And it's worked out really well. Speaking of my son, please check out our other channel, Silly Pots. We do a lot of short comedy sketches. They're pretty funny. Check it out. And for this channel, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let me know what other topics you want me to discuss or the experiences I've had, because I want to make sure that your experience is going well as well.